They say that the show must go on, but how can a show continue to go on when there may be, could be, very well, casualties, cancellations, discrepancies, shutdowns, rewrites, overhauls? We're going to give you the complete Impact update. Remember to click the bell, subscribe, turn on all notifications, and remember to become a channel member today and click that hype button below, viewers, because we got a critical update, viewers, that you are not going to believe until you hear it. Because according to those in the know, at this time and at this hour, we are bringing to you the latest, the greatest, the newest, the most exclusive. According to those in the know, and guys, again, so crucial, so important to become a channel member today. Save my future on YouTube.com. Breaking news coming out of World Wrestling Entertainment at this time and at this hour. According to those in the know, and of course, things can shift, things can change. It is always subject to change in the WWE. Take this, again, take this with a grain of salt. Will Hurricane Melissa shut down WWE Raw and WWE and WWE SmackDown? Will the whole company of WWE be shut down? Will this have devastating effects, ramifications on World Wrestling Entertainment? We go right into this. We have devastating rumors coming out that WWE stars may not make it out of this thing safely with Hurricane Melissa. Before we get into who the superstar is and who could be involved and what exactly happened, if you're enjoying this breaking coverage, hit that like button, drop a comment below with your thoughts, and consider joining the channel membership for exclusive backstage news that I can't share publicly. All right, let's continue. So here's where we're hearing from multiple rumors close to the situation. And guys, I want to be very clear. This is still developing. This is still evolving. And WWE at this point has not issued an official statement yet. The WWE superstar in question is being reported as a mid-card talent who is part of the Jamaican promotional tour. Now, I'm not going to speculate on names until we have confirmed information and observation. But what we do know is this as concerns possible death, damnation, controversies, backlash, the whole damn thing. This superstar was staying at a beachfront hotel, according to those in the know, on Montego Bay, and when Hurricane Melissa's outer branch hit with catastrophic force, the bands, we're talking storm surge, flooding, structural damage, absolute nightmarish conditions. According to local reports coming out of Jamaica, emergency services have responded to a hotel where WWE talent may have or could have been staying. Again, according to speculation online, multiple people could have been evacuated, but there are reports of casualties from the storm's impact on the specific area. Now, here's where WWE's involvement becomes critical. The company has chartered a private flight, according to those that know, to evacuate all talent that may be visiting or touring or doing autographs or doing promotional work for Jamaica for October the 26th, going into the end of the month. One day before the storm hits, which would be today because the storm is officially now hitting land front, most superstars made the flight, but we're hearing that this particular superstar could have missed the evacuation or chose to stay behind for personal reasons, and that could have ended up being a very bad and damning thing, according to gossip and speculation online. WWE sources could be the company, they could be the company that say emergency protocol would be made right away if this does develop, if this does happen. They've evacuated and activated crisis management team. They could be working with the U.S. Embassy in Jamaica, and they've sent their head of talent relations to coordinate with local authorities, according to gossip online. Now, we also have to shift this story to this, guys, because, at this point it becomes very sad, very frightening, and very scary. This is where WWE, Raw, SmackDown, or NXT could be on a complete shutdown. We could be facing COVID. We could be facing times of drasticness once again. Remember the Thunderdome era. Remember when the world was shut down. Remember when we couldn't eat, we couldn't sleep, we couldn't breathe, we couldn't go here, we couldn't go there. Will WWE make the call? Will the WWE make the call themselves to cancel other shows coming up? Will they or could they? It's a possibility, because this is the key. They couldn't confirm the safety and whereabouts of all their roster members. The company has a strict policy. If one superstar is unaccounted for during a crisis, they don't run the show. Think about that for one moment, viewers, fans, and subscribers. WWE cancels a live Monday Night Raw or SmackDown or a PLE, millions of dollars in ticket sales, TV commitments, storyline progressions, because they prioritize talent safety above everything else. Now, viewers, now let me ask you something. And I want your comments and your thoughts and your feedback because, again, we do run off rumors and gossip and speculation, headlines and breaking news confirmed as well. Do you think WWE will make the right decision? Will they make the right call shutting down WWE or just Monday Night Raw? Should they run the show and should this be addressed on air, or was canceling the only option? Because here's the thing. WWE has never canceled a Raw for a natural disaster affecting talent overseas. This is unprecedented, and it tells us just how serious that this storm could really be. Now, again, viewers, WWE was shut down due to COVID. Not really, right? Even during COVID, the WWE was open. The WWE was operating. The WWE was entertaining you while a lot of other businesses and places were shut down. You couldn't go certain areas. You couldn't go to certain places. You couldn't go have fun. You had to stay home. I mean, there was all these things going on during that time. But let's talk about what this means for the WWE moving forward if this all goes into place. If all the stars align correctly and this storm has drastic measures, which have drastic hits, the ripple effects here could be massive, massive. Now, WWE, if this goes according to plan, may have to reschedule or completely rewrite episodes of Raw, SmackDown, NXT. Now, we were supposed to get major developments in the World Heavyweight Championship picture. Remember, Seth Rollins just vacated the title due to injury. We were expecting tournament announcements, potential returns, the whole 9 yards. But all of that could be potentially gone. Now, we all know the WWE's answer to that was CM Punk versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. But if there's going to be dramaticness, if there's going to be shutdowns and knockdowns and power outages and all that other stuff, all that could be pushed back. And here's the kicker. WWE has TV commitments with USA Network. They have it with Peacock. They have it with Netflix. They have to deliver content. So this could be an absolute disaster. So what we're hearing is that WWE is scrambling to put together a Best of Raw compilation, or they're going to tape emergency content at the Performance Center in Orlando. Again, this is seeming very eerie of COVID during the Corona era. The situation could change how WWE handles international appearances forever. We're talking about mandatory evacuation timelines for natural disasters, enhanced travel insurance for talent, stricter approval process for personal appearances for high-risk regions. WWE's legal team could apparently already be drafting new policies, and Talent Relations is conducting a full audit of every scheduled international appearance for their next 6 months. Now, viewers, fans, and subscribers, as we dive into this, WWE carries what they call key person insurance on every contracted superstar. We're talking about policies worth millions of dollars per talent when a superstar is injured, hospitalized, or in worst case scenarios like this, potentially killed during a company-sanctioned appearance. WWE's insurance carriers get heavily involved. Now, here's where it gets even more serious because fans are concerned. Fans are concerned over Brock Lesnar's look in WrestleMania 42 promo. There is legitimate concern about the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar at this stage and at this time, according to those in the know, as we're talking about this huge update, this huge report on cancellations and shutdowns and redos and this, that, and the other. First of all, let's get into this big report about Brock Lesnar, ladies and gentlemen. WWE has released official cryptic videos for WrestleMania 42 as they have released the official trailer. Chief Content Officer, The Game, Triple H, Undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman are featured. However, some fans on social media were concerned over Brock Lesnar's look as he looked unusually older in the promo, especially given the fact that his face didn't look like this last month at WrestlePalooza. Below is a comparison. And, of course, people are losing it. They're thinking that something bad's happening. They're thinking that there could be some kind of emergency. There could be some kind of turbulence going on. What does this all mean? But now we heard earlier reports, again, of a death. Again, it was just a rumor. And you know how they have these rumored deaths, and then it turns out not to be true, and it's just a hoax. How many death hoaxes have we heard about? Now, we all know that we heard that Erwin R. Shyster, better known as IRS, was indeed shifted, sadly, unfortunately, to hospice. Now, there was gossip and speculation that he may have died, that he may have passed away, along with this big Hurricane Melissa coming, that there might have been a death, there might have been a casualty. But as it concerns right now, he is indeed in hospice, and we all usually that's your last step, but you can last in hospice for weeks, for months, maybe years. Have no fear. But it would appear as if IRS, even though he is confirmed to be in a facility in hospice, he is not dead. He has not passed away. So I want to make that evident and clear right now. Now, also, ladies and gentlemen, if WWE could be found negligent for all of this, if they knew Hurricane Melissa was coming and still had talent in Jamaica or other ways of the presence of where this thing could be hitting without proper evacuation procedures, we're talking about massive lawsuits. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. According to meteorologist reports, Hurricane Melissa's path was known 5 days before landfall. The National Hurricane Center issued warnings on October the 23rd, 4 days before WWE scheduled evacuation flights for October the 26th. So the question becomes, why was WWE, or could they, or would they even be running promotional appearances in Jamaica on October the 25th and 26th when they knew that a Category 5 hurricane was approaching? Well, obviously, that didn't happen. That didn't go down. That did not materialize. Again, rumor and gossip and speculation. There will be no trouble. There will be no lawsuits. The WWE would never do something quite like this. I want you to put your thoughts and your comments below. Do you think WWE puts profits before safety, or was this just an unpredictable tragedy? Multiple superstars have apparently approached talent relations demanding answers. We're hearing names like Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, The Miz, who serves as WWE's talent advisory board. Becky Lynch, who's always advocating for better working conditions. And here's the thing, WWE management is apparently scrambling to contain the situation before it becomes a full-blown locker room revolt. We're hearing rumor and speculation that Triple H, WWE's chief content officer, held an emergency meeting with the roster yesterday morning. No cameras, no press, completely behind closed doors. And according to those that were in that meeting, it got very emotional because the WWE knows it's all about their talent. They're all about the health. The WWE is all about the well-being, and they always put that first among anything else. And if you haven't already, viewers, if you haven't already, we got more breaking news as we're doing this video. According to those in the know, we are now receiving word that WWE dropping their WrestleMania 42 poster featuring Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and Brock Lesnar at a poker table. WrestleMania 42's cryptic teaser lead to full reveal starring Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and Brock Lesnar. And Mickey James recalls WWE trash bag scandal and Vince McMahon's surprising apology call. Also, why Jey Uso is in no rush for another tag team run with Jimmy Uso in the WWE. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions and your emotions on all of that. Also, Jey Uso is sick of being labeled as just an entrance. Do you believe that Jey Uso is just an entrance? Sol Ruka addresses status for NXT Deadline amid injury recovery. Drew McIntyre nearly joined NJPW before his return to the WWE. And according to those in the know, Nick Aldis absolutely has one more in-ring run left in him. Is this something you would want to see? Also, again, it is confirmed. It's not a rumor or gossip or speculation. It is now confirmed WWE Hall of Famer IRS Mike Rotunda, the father of the late, great Bray Wyatt, currently in hospice care. We wish him a speedy recovery. Subscribe.